enjoy the animated community with lots of talented people making animations as well as animatics. Some spend a real amount of time producing their productions, whether it's a meme, a song, a story. The possibilities in these types of videos is endless. From doing 2D to the amazing 3D, you can find almost anything. And I like to promote those who are showing serious potential and might be the next big thing. For me, I notice a lot of new channels that are starting out, so I thought a little tips video might come in handy. So this is going to be basically a little beginner's guide. I don't criticise the animation community, everyone is different and produce different types of content, and I prefer ones with their own style, with a good story, and if it makes me laugh and smile, you're on to a winner, because that means others will like it too. My name is Mike, and I've been a part of the animation community for just over a year, and I have discovered many talented people out there who produce great content from all parts of the world. I would also like to say thanks to all those who subscribe and support my channel. You mean loads to me. But there are those who criticise the community, even people that are not part of it, because these believe they know best. To all those people, you're just fishing for views, so take your head and flush it down the toilet. That I would watch, more than your fat face in front of a camera, talking about something you are no expert on whatsoever. That's the intro out the way. Oh, and if you do get any bad abusive comments, just ignore them. If you enjoy what you're doing, that's what counts. And there are plenty of us that are polite and will support you on your quest. Don't get upset, there are loads of village idiots out there that might try and upset you because they have nothing better to do. So I'm just going to tell you a few things about animating and the way I do it that I've discovered. I'm not gospel. Mate. I'm not the rule book. Each of you animate in your own special way. There is no one path to take, but there are several elements that you have to be taken into account, especially if you want to make a good story video. One thing I have to say right now, don't use copyright music. I see a few do, and this can lead you to losing your channel. So be careful what audio you use. There are plenty of audio on YouTube in the Create section. Other sites with free music can still get you a copyright strike if you're not aware of their fair use. Rolling on, write a script. If you're telling a story, have it all planned out. I see so many with a good story, and half of it is like this.
Okay. That's it. If you like it, comment and subscribe.
Liked what? You didn't say anything other than and yeah. Or they might say,
I have no ideas what to do.
You have absolutely nothing to talk about? No, so here's some cringy fork fright rubbish, which to me is like watching paint dry. So why is it important to write a script? Well, then you can draw your pictures to the script. There is nothing worse than a load of random pictures that don't relate to what you're talking about. Drawing your pictures. Now personally, they don't have to be brilliant at all. You will improve with time. I don't think they are the be all and end all. And if anyone has seen Grade 8 Andre, you will understand what I mean. Even though he had disappeared off the planet, but now has returned. Making facial or body movements. Again, are not super important, but it helps. Because you're basically trying to make an animation. So one picture doing nothing doesn't really say,
do you like my animation?
Movement, even the slightest one helps. Backgrounds. These are not essential, but a snow blizzard white background is used quite a lot. I've done it myself, but it needed shaking up. So I've moved away from it personally. So let's summarise. You have a script, you've drawn to the script, you've made movements with your character or pictures. Now you're ready to animate it all together. Wrong. If you have audio to go with it, I believe you next do the audio and animate the pictures to the audio. Seems like a bit of a common mistake some people do. They do the pictures, then animate, and then audio over the top. And you could find out you're left with a sync problem. And maybe
and yeah
in the audio. Audio doesn't have to be crisp. Mine in my first couple of videos were all set wrong. I had to change and mess about with my settings until I got it a lot better. But you do have to check your audio level, because there have been a few videos where you just can't hear anything, so you might need to put subtitles in. It's so important to make sure you and your viewers can hear it properly. Mobile phones sometimes do not have a high volume speaker, so be aware of this. But that's pretty much the basics that I go by when creating my animations. Not saying everybody does it this way, it's just the way I roll. So you can basically draw with loads of free apps and programs. I like using paint.net, different layers and all the scrumpy jack to go with it. To animate, I use Sony Vegas, which does cost, but I don't have a problem with that. Audio, I use a Zoom H1. Had it a few years now, produces half decent quality, and Soundforge to edit my audio, followed by Levelator to make it all sound level. Computer assisted voices are out there if you don't want to use your own voice, but there's no feeling in it. So to me, they don't really sound great, and personally, I'm not a huge fan. Channel growth. Okay, this is a big issue. Now, I try and comment and watch a lot of animators. Now, if you're a channel that doesn't interact with your audience, then this to me is just ignorant. People have taken the time to comment on your video, and you don't acknowledge the fact. Normally this occurs when a channel thinks, oh, I have loads of subscribers, I can't be bothered to, and some only comment on a few they are good friends with, or bigger channels than themselves. This is not the way to go, and you will alienate your audience in time. It will never matter what my subscriber count is, I will always try and engage with people who bother to comment, even though some comments end up in the spam for some reason, and I have to dig them out later. So even if you just heart the comment or like it, it proves you've seen it, and you might reply later. To get better, watch a lot of new animators, comment on their videos, make friends. If you only do this for like half an hour a day, it helps you gain exposure, because people then will check out your channel. Just sitting there thinking, I've got a hit and loads will see it, is not always the case. My titles are well off the trending scale. I just want to make what I want, and enjoy doing so, which sometimes means you can get involved too. If anybody wants a shout out, or as I call it, a mention, I do these through channel hops. Find the last one I did and add a comment you want to mention, and I will include it in the next channel hop video. That's it, I'm off to record the audio for this that you're listening to right now. Then I'm done. Might make a sausage sandwich or a fish finger one with tomato sauce. So, yeah, bye, and enjoy making animations. By the way, be safe. Don't walk in the middle of the road, it can hurt.